White Monster. Maybe that should be my nickname. Ah, that was cool. Anyways, all right. Masters of the Universe, right? I know you've been waiting for this one. So, just a little whatever. I went to see, I'm gonna date myself. I saw Masters of the Universe, the original one with Dolph Lundgren in the theater. Okay. I remember seeing it. It was great. I don't remember much about it, but I just remember seeing it, right? It was a big deal. And I'm not like a giant He-Man fan. I don't know a whole lot about it, right? I know about He-Man, Skeletor, but don't really know a whole bunch about it. But I know a good movie, right? Now, if you're here wondering if, like, oh, Robert, were the swords replica scale model, and was Grayskull said with the correct syllabic caliber? The fuck should I know? Beat it, nerd, right? Because I'm here to talk about if the movie was good or bad or maybe kind of in the middle, right? So let's get right into it. When this movie started, okay, I was super, super happy. I was super excited. I don't know what to think really going in, but I was excited about this film, right, when it started. It gave me the same feel that the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies give me. Okay, I'm a big fan of the Tom Holland Spider-Man films. Just the way they do it, it has like that funny back and forth banter. It's action packed, but it's just a fun time, right? If you ask me, that's what I get from a Tom Holland Spider-Man film. It's just a fun time. Holland pulls it off. His two friends, you know, they're cool, whatever. And it really started progressing like that. It was funny, it was cool, whatever. And I liked it. And then like a half hour in, it just like switched up. It was just like, wait a second, okay. But it was still cool. It was just a little different, right? And as they progress through, like, you start to see, like, they didn't really go too deep into it. Like, if you know all about He-Man and you are, like, proficient in the whole He-Man lore and all that kind of stuff, you are most likely going to get way more than the average moviegoer, right? They didn't really take time to set up anything, to explain much. There's, like, these 3 or 4 different like allies of his, and they don't really talk much about it. They don't say much about who they are. You just kind of have a couple little one-liners or whatever. The movie is basically, you know, it kind of is He-Man in the real world, and he knows that he's something. He's trying to find his sword, and it's going to take him back home and all that kind of stuff. Eventually he finds his sword, and then he goes back home and all that kind of stuff. And they really tried to like modernize it a little bit because he's in like today's world and all that kind of stuff. But to be honest with you, like, it just started falling flat really about 45 minutes into it. And then it was just kind of like all over the place. They had some sexual innuendos that were like, okay, bro, like, I get it. Maybe a little something for the adults. But, you know, there's going to be kids that go and see this. And if some kids do know kind of what they were talking about, like, it just felt kind of out of place. And then, like, it felt like they had a lot of scenes that they just tried to work into the movie that didn't really have any sort of place being there. There's a real, like, gay, you'll get it, the Skeletor, you'll get it, whatever. Another thing, too, Skeletor, they started out with him, you know, being funny. They were kind of poking fun at the whole, like, bad guy, you know, this is my evil laugh, why aren't you guys laughing with me type of thing. Like, it was kind of funny. Like I said, it really started out good, and if they kept that direction going the whole time, it would have been good. But man, it just, like I said, I was lost like a bunch of times. That's how I know it was too long, too. It's almost 2.5 hours. It could have easily been like 100-minute flick, like a typical comic book flick. It could have been like 100 minutes. I know some of the other ones are longer, but they just do it better. They were very, very, like, I just think they went too much, went too hard. There's a random line, can I lick you now? Like, it was just like, what, dude? Like, it was just kind of like an incoherent mess, right, for like the remainder of the film. And you know, the action scenes, the culmination of like the bad guy, evil versus good and all that kind of shit, it really should have been more epic, but it really wasn't. And then like the character development, like I said, he's got these 4 guys that even if we just had a little bit of backstory for each one, it would have been easier to weave them into the story and have the little buddy going back and forth kind of stuff. But no, and then so by the time it came time to kind of rally the troops, so to speak, and all that, you find yourself not really caring, dude, about any of this shit. Like, it was just like, when is this over, dude? Like, is this still on? You know, they had a really, really good chance here to make a really good He-Man movie. And if they cut out like 40 minutes of it, I think it would have been fun. It would have flowed. It would have been good. It would have been cool. But like in the end, it just really ended up disappointing for me, to be honest with you. And like I said, I don't know much about the whole He-Man lore and all that kind of stuff, but I know a good movie. I know a good pace film. I know like when they're just trying to like fit in one-liners here and there and just to get them in there and all that. And like I said, some of the sexual innuendo, at some point it was like, dude, what fucking kind of movie is this anyway? Like, what are they trying to do here? Like, it was just so messy, dude. And like I said, I think that if they could have chopped out like 40 minutes of it, it would have been good. I mean, if you have to see it, go see it. I feel like you could wait until the video, or the fucking, I'm dating myself again, but you can wait for it to stream and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't crazy action packed. Like, it just, I don't know, dude. It was just, I don't even want to say it was just all right for me, dog. It was just a real letdown. My mom really liked it, but I just, like I said, it started out decent. I was super excited, and then just fell flat. But there is 2 post-credit scenes. So like a little bit after the movie ends, there's a post-credit. And then if you stay all the way to the end, there's another one. But again, there was a cool little passing of the torch moment in it as well. But again, it just, god damn it, dude. They just had such potential with this based on how it started out. And it just fell flat. So anyways, that's my review. Masters of the Universe 2026. I got to give it a, I mean, I can't even say it's in the middle. Like, I would never see it again. It's just disappointing on so many levels, dude. A lot of just unnecessary stuff. A lot of just messy crap. Like, nah. There will be a second one, though. It's pretty obvious.